Happy Monday, everybody. But let's go to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, where Matlala is appearing and he is testifying as we speak. Well, they are on tea break right now. But to say that so far we have learned anything, I wouldn't say we have thus far. I mean, obviously, first day, it's always going to be on a slowdown because we are hearing his side of the story through his statement and supplementary statements of things that he would like the commission to know about when it comes to all the accusations that he has to defend himself. That includes Medicare 24, which I can tell you right now, that is dead and buried in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Why? Because Matlala is facing criminal charges and some trials of his have begun, others are pending, like the Medicare 24. It's pending in the Commercial Crimes Court, and therefore he cannot talk about the accusations of the 50 million or 350 million rand with South African Police Service to provide medical care to SAPS or Ekurhuleni or whatever it is that Medicare 24 is in trouble about. That is associated with Matlala. So he has evoked Section 35 of the Constitution, his right to remain silent, also not to incriminate himself, considering that some of the questions that have something to do with Medicare 24 are sub judice, which means they are in the process of the court. So you cannot talk about your case when it's already in the court, because this is one of those things that we tell some people, I think many YouTubers like myself, that all these people that get accused of things or implicated, they run to the media. And we're like, why did you go to the media? Do you understand anything you say, whether you say it in public or you say it in the presence of the police or you say it in court, can and will be used against you? But they don't listen. They want to run and get a public opinion. Public opinion does not play a role inside of a courtroom, especially when you are an accused. Yours is to keep it here. And then you go through the court process. So that is exactly what Matlala chose to do, to keep it here, because the matter is already in court, so he cannot talk on that. Other than that, he will be incriminating himself. And guess what? The prosecutors that are going to be prosecuting him on these two cases, they're also watching the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry so that they can use whatever it is that he says against him. So he's quite adamant about that. So the Medicare 24 testimony died in the water. And so they are moving on to other accusations that he is facing. His relationship with Senzo Mchunu, the Minister of Police or suspended Minister of Police or whatever the case is with him. And he emphatically denied ever knowing the minister, dealing with the minister, meeting with the minister, or even having a conversation about the minister. However, there were some mini communication about the minister, like, how do you know me, or do we know each other? So that was not directly from Matlala to the minister. It was done through people, type of situation. His relationship with Sinona, we all remember the meeting that was held in KwaZulu-Natal. I think it's called the what's that beautiful launch called again? Yeah, where even General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was there allegedly. So that also came up, the relationship, and I think he's explaining that as well. He made some denials of knowing police generals, but he is not denying some of the relationships he has with other top cops in the South African Police Service, because otherwise, how would he have communicated and known all these people in order for him to provide Medicare 24 services to them. So as I'm listening, this is the part where now I'm going to voice my opinion, or rubbing my two IQs here. I think there was a big miscalculation, if not a mistake, by not having Kat Matlala in the early days of the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Before Kat Matlala was even, when did he get arrested and when did the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry start? I think it was arrested around 14 May 2026. 6 July then happened 2 months late. Okay, I think I get it. But what I'm trying to say is, I think it was a miscalculation, if not a mistake, not to have had Kat Matlala in the early days of the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, because right now things are so complicated, and it is kind of understandable why he is invoking Section 35 of the Constitution, the privilege of remaining silent and not incriminating himself, versus if he was like probably the second or third witness. I think we would have gotten a lot from him, especially in regards to Medicare 20, is it 24? I never know what, all that stuff, including his security company, Cat whatever, Cat security, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, guys. You know me and those nitty gritties where names have to be mentioned. I will get it wrong, but you know how to correct me. So, anyways, I think there was a miscalculation there, because we are way too mature now at this stage, and of course the state itself has managed to gather as much evidence against Kat Matlala to a point where he has been in jail since the day he was arrested in early 2025. So at this point, Kat Matlala, he is not going to be as cooperative as he probably would have early days, where he's thinking, okay, maybe this is my chance to get out and maybe even win bail here and there. At this point, Aganandaba, it is what it is at this point. The way I'm even perceiving his energy and his attitude towards Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, I think he might have a bit of bitterness towards the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. You can tell with even the way he's interacting with the chairperson. The chairperson had to literally bring himself to a humble position, but he was still stone cold towards Judge Madlanga, or Justice Madlanga. Maybe I overread that, but no. And secondly, I was noticing that Kat Matlala was having heavy breathing. I'm not quite sure if he's in what kind of jail they have him in. Is it too cold? Because he sounds as if he's recovering from pneumonia. That's how it sounds like to me. The heavy breathing, it sounds like he's either developing it or he is recovering from pneumonia. I don't know. It's just how it sounds to me. I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor, but I've had family members who've had pneumonia, and that's exactly how they sounded like when they had recovered or when they were beginning the stage of pneumonia, because they were careless. When they went out, they would not wear warm clothes in winter, and then they became a burden. You can tell Kat Matlala is irritated, guys. Kat Matlala is annoyed, but that's what I am reading from him. But what I also like about Kat Matlala, I think in as much as he is annoyed, he also wants to assist. I don't know who he's trying to assist here. Is he trying to assist the country to clean out the cartel? Or is he assisting the Madlanga Commission because there needs to be changes? That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out about him. But like I said, it's still early days in his testimony. We will hear him when he continues with his statements and supplementary statements that are to come. So we get to learn, I will get to see where, yeah, he's actually assisting the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry to come to a conclusion that is going to be in favor of South African people's safety and security. So I'm not quite sure at this point, but I'm picking up annoyance. He is annoyed. He is so annoyed. But what else that I'm picking up from Cat Matlala? He sounds, I don't know. I still say he's a smart person, if not intelligent. You can tell in the way he focuses, he looks at you in the eye, and in most cases, intelligent people, even when they heard you, they will say, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear you." I think it's part of controlling the environment, especially for himself, to be more comfortable and also let you know that he can understand you quite clearly. I know it sounds oxymoronic, because many people do that. That you must, uh, whether it's a message to people that are watching him or it's a message to the evidence leaders that listen, I don't take advantage. Don't take advantage at all of me. And I think his lawyer, Miss van der Haven, is it Haven or whatever her surname? I'm sorry. Again, terrible at surnames. I think she doesn't know her client that well. And I don't expect her to know her client because she is the representative in the Madlanga. People that will have a relationship with him will be the instructing attorneys. Those are the people that would know Ukat Matlala. Now, this one is more like, he's not a lawyer, he's not an advocate, he doesn't understand these things, I'm going to have a comment. And yet he understood. He understood. She's the one who interjected and said, no, can we park this point? And yet Ken Matlala was very clear that he understood the legality of what was questioned by Miss Silo or Advocate Silo Senior Counsel. But it was a bit dramatic, but I could also tell that he was annoyed, Ukat Matlala, and I think he felt patronized, honestly speaking. And I'm sure he's going to tell his lawyer, listen, can I answer this question? Because it has nothing to do with Medicare 24. Anyways, I don't know. That is what I'm observing in the Cat Matlala testimony so far. But like I said, it's still early days. There is cross-examination that is going to, yeah, sparks will fly. Sparks would fly. And I think Justice Madlanga has already picked up a attitude, Cat Matlala. Maybe Mondays are not his days, Cat Matlala. I don't know, because Mondays are not my days either. I am more annoyed on a Monday than I am any other time during the course of the week. So let's hope that is what it is, because he's going to get it from Mr. Madlanga. And already you can tell that Sandile Kumalo himself, he's always paying attention to detail. But you can tell also that he needs to protect the integrity of the chair from Cat Matlala. So be ready for him. They are definitely ready for him, especially with his relationship with Senzo Mchunu. I think there was a fib that was told there, and I think the commission might have some evidence on that, which also includes the ANC January 8 statement event. I think that took place in January of 2025. So I think there's some evidence there that he will have to answer to. Organizing of transport, hotel, and also some delegates that had to be flown, allegedly to be connected to Senzo Mchunu. We'll see. Cross-examination, yeah, that's when the sparks will fly. Okwamanje, there's not much to report, but the Medicare 24 one, he shut it down like boom, 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 and threw it out. And I was very interested in that. I guess we'll have to follow the criminal trial on Medicare 24. So we get to learn who are the people that should also be behind bars, other than him and his BBL girlfriend, allegedly. Well, she's the one who said that they were in a relationship. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But other than that, guys, it's a Monday and I have a headache that cuts across this side. And I know why, because I was examining what happened. Ngilale kabi. I think I slept with my neck twisted somewhere somehow, and the pain is here at the back. But for some reason, it's migrating and going up this. Once it goes through the ear, you know how painful an earache is? So I think it also twisted some few stuff, and then it's giving me this headache that is sitting right here. Yo, I get it. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. So, anyways, I will leave this video here. And there's something that I want to talk to you guys about regarding the spaza shops and 500 million rand. And the things that I am hearing and things that we investigated and found out, things are not making sense. But there's an aspect that I want to talk about that is making me ask, so what's the difference then? You'll hear in my next video. Um, Ngeke, Miss Ndabeni needs to clarify some things. There are things that don't make sense. Yes, she gave us the list. The list itself does not make sense of all the people that were granted the spaza shop money to start their own spaza shop. It's a mess, guys. It's a mess. And I think I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about the aspect that I am very, very worried about. Anyways, I shall see you guys a little bit later. Thank you all so much and enjoy your Monday. Goodbye.